G'day scrappers, out and about scrapping for eWaste today. Just doing the hard rubbish. Hard rubbish season has just started, and so what I'm trying to do is just focus mostly on eWaste. Yeah, so I'm not looking for scrap steel again, because the area that I'm at here, it's quite far away from home, and so if I just filled up on scrap steel, I'm going to be full in too quick. So I want to I want to kind of take my time, and this area is really large, and it's just started today, so I want to cover as much as I can and try and, you know, pick up stuff that I can take home and scrap, rather than just stuff that just scrap metal where, you know, it's just a cash in. I've already got quite a bit of scrap metals piled up at home, and I've actually got a lot of stuff at home, so I just want to see if I can find good stuff like things to scrap out at home, and also things like that I can use at home as you know, handy pieces or whatever. So yeah, but because it's just starting now, this hard rubbish, it doesn't look like there's many houses. I'm probably a little bit too early, so it doesn't look like there's many places that have got a lot of scrap. Some here, but yeah, I still might be a few hours too early, but that's all right. We just got to make a start and go through the early piles, and but like I said, this is a really big area. There is about, just this weekend alone, there's about 150 streets to cover. So yeah, we've got a lot of area to cover, a lot of streets. So I want to try and you know, cover as much as I can. Okay, just it looks like just general junk here. Yeah, nothing. So yeah, I don't want to be carrying push bikes or really large pieces of steel that's going to take up a lot of room, and but yeah, the scrap piles are a little bit spread out so far because it's so early, but that's okay, because I'll be coming back. Yeah, as I was saying, I'll probably be doing every day for quite some time. This area is going to be going on for about a month, and this area is very large. It's probably the second largest area to do. So already I can see, you know, scrap steel and stuff like that, which I don't want to take. I want to just see if I can get the good stuff, and what I'm going to do is every Monday, probably going to do 2 or 3 trips on the Monday to beat the garbage truck. Yeah, so I don't want to be picking up total junk. It's just a pump. So this plastic lamp I don't want, but I take the cords, obviously, you know, and I know some of you are going to say, oh, you know, well, that's a heavy piece of steel, so I don't mind taking. I've got a little tub here that I'm going to put small pieces, so I don't have to make much of a mess. So I don't mind taking pieces of steel like that. That's not very heavy. Sorry, that's heavy, but it's not very large. It's only flat, so it doesn't take up any room. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm really looking for if I'm taking scrap steel. And yeah, to those people that are, you know, that complain about cutting cords, well, you've got to keep in mind that in 2 days' time, this is all going into landfill. And you know, a lot of the appliances and stuff that we cut cords off, people don't really want them anyway. Okay. Well, no, I thought it was a microwave. This is just a toast and grill, but as you can see, someone's already come along and cut the cord. So if I don't cut the cord, someone else will, you know. Okay. All right. So once again, because this is a heavy piece, I'll take it. I'll still cut the cord. But sometimes it's easy to remove this cast aluminium here. If so, I put that in aluminium. Otherwise, just send it to scrap steel. Yeah, so stick around for the big street scrap adventure. This is going to, like I said, it's going to go on for at least 1 month just in this area. And there's another scrapper there. So I'm following another scrapper here at the moment, and so he's going to go right. Yep. So rather than follow him, so he's gotten all kinds of things. He's gotten things like, he's not necessarily a scrapper. He's just picking up stuff that he can use at home. He's got, I noticed he had a whole heap of empty pots. So there's people here carrying old furniture. So there are already local people are walking around picking up stuff. It's funny, you know, every main pile that I've come across just about in the last few minutes, there's a scrapper at the pile. There are scrappers everywhere here, and because there's not many piles around, they're you know, they're really going through them pretty hard. So yeah, it's probably just a bad timing, too early, but we'll get through it. So I don't know if my video cut out early before, but what I was trying to say is that I might as well take scrap steel. And yeah, I might as well take heavy scrap steel because it looks like it's going to be slim pickings. So I want to get some value. Oh wow, there's a good piece of cast iron here. So yeah, that's the kind of steel that I was sort of hoping for, but I think this trip we're just going to take pretty much anything and then come back a little bit later when it's there's a lot more scrap out there. But yeah, not sure if I got this on video, this CRT TV or monitor. Anytime I see a CRT monitor these days, because they got really good copper, I like to take them. But the cord was already cut on it, so. But the amount of scrappers out on the street is just unbelievable. It's not scrappers actually, I've only seen 2. It's just local residents going around and looking for good stuff to keep for themselves, you know, and that's what it's all about. You know, one person's trash is another person's treasure, you know. For some reason modems stand out to me. I always take a keyboard, 2 modems. I probably should take even some light steel, but you know, it is a big area, and so I just don't want to miss out on stuff yet. Wow, this is a nice bench. Look at that bench, and it's actually aluminium. Looks like aluminium. Wow, that's a really good bench, and well, I can use this. See, this is the sort of thing that I'm looking for, things that I can use in my own backyard, and that's fantastic. So that was a pretty good little thing, that bench. So that's the best thing so far, and I'm really happy with it. Can't complain there. This is actually, this part of Melbourne is beautiful old area. See the old trees, really beautiful. It's autumn at the moment, so all the leaves are fallen. See? Cord cut. Big poles. See, iron being cut. Oh, it's a bit broken. But this spice rack, I'm going to take one spice rack. It's a good old, you know, so that's a nice spice rack, and because it's hardwood, I can use one, you know. I mean, there was 2 there, but I'm not going to take 2 because I don't need the other one, so I might as well leave it for the next person to say, hey, we need one of them too, you know. And that's how it works. Don't have to be overly greedy. Obviously, if there's valuable stuff and you see it, obviously you want to take it, but you know, things like bits of furniture and handy things, like if I only need one, I'll take one. Value. Yay, we've got a microwave. Finally. Well, I say finally. I've only been going for 10 minutes. Here we go. Take your microwave. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. Okay. It's an old drum. Don't need that. No, don't want that. Nothing there. Bit of scrap steel. Might get, no. Thought we'd get some brass, but no brass there. Yeah, the scrap piles are just so far apart. Right. Take a cord. Take a VCR, and I might even take the monitor. Scrapper, got some chairs, driving around in a V8. Don't know how economical that is, but you do what you do. Go, mate, you mind if I take a couple bits?
Take it, mate, don't worry.
Thank you. Stovetop, bit of steel. Okay. We'll take a toaster. Okay. A toaster with a cord. I know some of you guys like me picking up toasters. Got a bit of steel. Why not? It's all going to pay for fuel. Couple of those two pieces I might actually keep. Got to try and be a little bit quiet, you know, when you know, throwing steel and stuff in, because you can imagine, you know, like this is a really nice quiet area, and you know, you can imagine someone sitting in their front room and then all of a sudden you hear this racket. You look out the window and you see some guy, you know, dragging things from out the front of your house into his van, you know. So you got to be you know, not only respectful to the rubbish piles, but also to the environment around you and the quiet. You know, you got to be quiet, you know, and respectful. You know, if you because people are throwing out stuff right now, you know, as we speak. So if you see them throwing stuff out whilst you're at their pile, you know, you should always ask, fan. And a piece of angle iron. Yep. Well, at least it's not too bad. It's not overly haven't filled it up too much. Okay, what do we got here? The old bamboo furniture. Yep. Modems. There could have been a PC. Someone's probably taken it. But isn't it weird how I spot out modems so quickly? That's the 5 modems already in 15 minutes of walking around. It's just amazing. I mean, this is yeah, see, this is what I mean by steel that you don't want to take, because it would just take up all the room in the van, you know, for 10 cents, 20 cents worth of steel. Is this, yes, our second microwave. Yay, and a cord. Beauty. Just make sure, I like to look inside the microwaves just to make sure someone hasn't put a dead rat or a dead cat inside it. I don't want to have to deal with it. Well, that was a microwave. We can get a bit of scrap steel here. So, all right. We're starting to rock up to a little bit more stuff. Okay. Soccer balls. One to that. Heater's always good. Good weight. You know, it's about $1 here. You know, all adds up. Gee, some of these streets are really pretty, you know, with all the autumn leaves falling down. It's just that's, you know, that's a beautiful little street. Yeah, check it out. What a street, hey? It's amazing. Fans. Is that a computer? It's a kind of. Hi. You don't mind me picking out a few things?
Oh, I don't mind. It's fine.
Thank you. Okay. Take a fan. It's yeah, it's a little computer. Grouse. That's cute.
Really good music stand, that one.
Ah, music stand, yeah, okay. Oh, beautiful. Oh, look at that. It's got a little tripod. That's beautiful. DVD. I'll put this away. Look at that. It's a music stand on tripod and it works beautifully. That's got to be worth 20 bucks. But this fan, the base is all plastic. Because it's already broken, just break that off, cut that off, and that's it. So now we've just got the mostly scrap metal to deal with, and don't have to deal with that big plastic base, because plastic is just a, as you all know, plastic's a real problem. But these streets are just so beautiful. Our houses are really old houses, but what's worth here is the actual land, and they've got big nature strips at the front. Is that a fan? We've got a ceiling fan. Oh, it's only a small one. Okay, still pretty heavy, but it's good piece of steel. Cut that cord. It's a bit stuck. Old roof racks. Good fan. And that piece of steel, that's actually an antenna, so that'll be brass. What's that? Oh, it's an old burner. It's an old gas. That's quite nice. It's a little gas heater. And it's got a little grilly thing. I'll take that. Might be able to restore that. And because it comes with the grill, I think someone will like that. Has a good steel post. Oh wow. What's that? Looks like an old leg brace or something. And that's like the hip joint. Wow. Couldn't be, could it? It's like a prosthetic or something, or not a prosthetic. I don't know what the word is. Yeah, it looks like a leg. I don't know what it is. We'll take it. Scrap metal. Scrap metal. All right. Yeah, I'll take this lamp. See the cord cutters? They've been around. So they're oh well. I've got a few good pieces. This spice rack. I've got a little computer. I got that really nice gas heater. I've got a few pieces of metal for myself, and got some scrap. Oh, and also got that really nice bench. That bench is probably the best thing. Okay, looks like we've got some aluminium here. Yep, extruded aluminium. Oh wow, that's a treadmill motor. No, I think it's plastic. It's extruded plastic. But these motors, a lot of people like these treadmill motors to use them to generate power. That motor weighs about 10 pounds. Well, since I'm here, I'm going to get myself a nice cup of coffee from this nice cafe, just a suburban little cafe. So I'll get myself a coffee. Well, I got myself a cappuccino. What's going on with the world? $4.60 for a cappuccino. Come on. I'm in the wrong business. I mean, $4.60 for a cappuccino, right? It's actually a nice cappuccino. I have to admit that cafes here in Melbourne, we make the best coffee in the world. If you don't believe me, come down and try it yourself. Yeah, it is a very nice cappuccino, I have to admit, but $4.60. When I done a business course a few years ago before I started my recycling business, we actually done some research on different things, and to make a cappuccino, it only costs 20 cents to make it, and that's $4.60. So there is, what's that? It's a like, I don't know, 3,000-4,000% profit or something like that. I don't know, but it's crazy. All right, admittedly, that's 20 cents to make the cappuccino, but they still have to obviously pay rent, pay bills, pay staff, wages, all that kind of stuff, equipment. But I tell you what, and whilst I don't mind supporting little local cafes like this, right, because they're only small, and if people didn't support them, they wouldn't be around. But when it comes to like going into the city and all those cafes everywhere and the big brand name cafes, I don't support them because they're a rip-off. People spend like $5,000 or more a year just on coffee. Like if you get one coffee a day, it's, yeah, probably not 5,000, but me, I drink like 10 cups of coffee a day, right? I'd be spending like $15,000 a year on coffee if I didn't make it myself. But anyway, let's get back to a bit of scrapping. But I think I'm pretty much done for right now. I've got to start heading back because I've got a couple of things to do back home. So I'll just take a couple cords. I'll take the fan, shears, some garden shears, rusty. Nothing there. All right. Yeah, so I'll just probably start heading back. And we'll call it a day. Okay, so I'm back from the first pickup as you can see, quite a few fans already. And I'm just unloading some of the scrap metal that I picked up. So I'm going to finish this off and call it a video and go back as soon as I have some lunch and go and do a second pickup, because I got about half a van load, but it was enough at the time because there just wasn't enough scrap out there to bother. A lot of this stuff's already mine, but all you can see on the outside, that's all, you know, a lot of the stuff I picked up along with the fans. I got one small PC, so and I think I got 1 or 2 microwaves, but yeah, it wasn't too bad of a pickup. But I just want to come back, have lunch, empty everything out, empty the white bucket there of all the small stuff, little cables and stuff, and then I'll come back to it and we'll do a second pickup. And then tomorrow, which will be in a few days on video, I'm going to go out there and do it again. Tomorrow will be Sunday, so it'll be a lot more stuff that, you know, for the rest of the today is going to come out, and also, you know, the stuff through tomorrow. And then I'll probably even do Monday as well and do a fast pickup before the garbage truck comes and takes it all away. All right, well, I'll finish off here and unload everything and start heading back to the destination again. Yeah, I'm really happy with that bench that I picked up. But yeah, so it wasn't too bad. I certainly got my, you know, some scrap metal, some you know, a few electronics, not a whole heap, but you know, I was just there too early. So let's get back out there, and you should see that video in tomorrow or in a couple of days. All right, guys, well, keep scrapping, have fun, and stay tuned.